So bila kami dia admit ke kecemasan,
Okay.
and then we saw him lying on the floor
Oh.
because no one wants to attend to
Oh
him.
my God. Okay.
And I think those kind of like sight, those when we see, we like, okay, the system needs to change lah.
Yeah.
Right? We cannot like treat refugee as people that don't matter.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, so I think after like few minggu lepas, then dia tak boleh lah, dia tak boleh. So I on the way back from Bali, and then bila saya arrive,
Okay.
then I received the call and say that he will go in another few more hours. So I went there, I say my goodbyes, but at the same time we know dia macam kawan kami.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
have worked together, we
Like a
grow
family,
together.
maybe, yeah.
Right, and seeing one of like our family member pass away,
Okay.
is like seeing, is very heartbroken.
Yeah. Okay, kita dah bersama dengan Imran, dengan Nini. So, ada lagi satu guest yang pastinya ada kisah yang memberi inspirasi kepada kita yang kita nak dengarkan. Dan sekarang ini Mira bersama dengan Kim as a co-founder of Picha Eats. Hello Kim.
Hello, hi.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having
Okay,
me here.
welcome. So Kim, at first lah kita nak tahu juga macam mana you start tahu ataupun how did you connected with My Harapan at first?
Oh, okay. I campur-campur sikit lah.
Boleh.
English. So when we started, kami like banyak mentor lah, like also like meeting a lot of organisation. Tapi yang My Harapan then realised that we were doing something with the refugees pelarian in Malaysia. So dia pun I think approach us atau kami approach mereka. I pun sudah lupa, sudah 10 tahun lalu dah. And from there then we submit our project untuk menjadikan pelarian jadi tukang masak. So they were very intrigued with the project, the idea. So then we then continue to work together, report, update, macam ni lah.
So apa maksud Picha Eats tu sendiri?
So Picha is the name of our first cook, dia punya youngest son.
Oh, okay.
We name it Picha because yang when we meet Picha, dia berumur 3 tahun.
Okay.
And dia sangat kind-hearted, dia very generous. So kami nak like business kami, macam business yang ada kasih sayang. So we continue to use Picha as the name.
So ini satu question yang saya berminat nak tanya to both of you. So masa permulaan set up business ini kan, berapa allocation yang diberikan pada waktu itu? Sebanyak mana? Mesti ada ramai nak tahu kan. Untuk grow daripada kecil sehinggalah sekarang ini, pada awal itu berapa fund yang diberikan?
Permodalan.
Ya.
Fund lah. I selalu bagi orang tahu kami start dengan RM30.
Kidding me? What? RM30?
Yeah, kerana kami like we ask people to pay first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last time
Okay.
maybe difficult lah yang saya bayar dulu baru dapat makanan. Tapi sekarang you perlu bayar dulu.
Okay.
And 10 years ago people start to okay with that concept. Yeah.
Picha is RM30.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
cover Muay Thai?
Not far from what Kim said. Time awal-awal dulu dia ada dua parts lah. When we first started at that concept stage lah, I would call it. Just imagine kita hanya ada kita punya equipment, which is our pads, our skipping rope. So apa saya buat at that time, saya pergi ke KLCC Park, orang tengah berjogging, saya cakap, "Kak, you want to do Muay Thai?" Right? So at that time muka kena tebal lah, right? And then so many people we approach, you approach 10 people, I think 9 of them will reject you.
yeah.
You know, I remember very clearly that one person when I approach, padahal kita nak charge RM50 je for a worth of my 1 hour session. At that time lah, at that time kan.
Yeah.
So then dia cakap, why should I do it? You know, is it because you look at me that I am a big size? So those type of things kena commented, you know. So then ada yang macam cakap, show me your qualification, show me your license, show me your certificate. At that time, you know. So seorang tu yang kita dapat RM50 tu is, I would say the best lah. It was worth RM5,000 I think at that time. So but bit by bit kita knock on doors, right? Lama-lama dapat that result, and then that's when organizations, My Harapan give seed grants, and then corporates want to fund, and then partners want to invest.
Yeah.
But it started exactly like that. Small
Dia-
amount.
Dia bukan macam okay, I nak run ni and you dapat this fund, okay. Tak.
No, it's
Dia
not
start
as easy
dengan-
as
yes.
itulah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Macam Imran, you kena
Yeah.
reject waktu tu kan?
Yeah.
Macam mana you rasa? Adakah you rasa macam like I'm so small, like macam tu, ataupun you rasa
Yeah.
macam okay, tak apa, lagi orang reject, lagi I'm going to prove you yang I betul-betul.
Yeah, a split 50-50 I guess. Half of part of me saying that, okay, rasa macam
like
nak
bro,
give up.
bro, what you doing now, bro?
Banyak moment reflection lah. Kita tanya diri kita sendiri, is it worth it or not?
Yeah.
Tetapi that other 50%, that 1 or 2 individuals that you manage to close sales,
Yeah.
itu yang you should focus on. From 2 you should double it, to 4, to 6, to 8, 10, double it. And then bit by bit to a point where now, you know, kita punya gym all over the country, and people masuk. But we must never forget how we started back then lah. From that simple
It's a very humble.
pintu kena reject.
Yeah.
All those things people have to go through
Mm.
in entrepreneurship, I guess. Yep.
Wow. Okay. So Picha Eats lebih mendorong untuk membantu mereka yang dalam memerlukan kan. Dan dah 10 tahun yang lalu. So at first masa mula, apa antara momen yang Kim boleh ingat pada waktu itulah yang sukar untuk dilupakan?
Ya, 10 tahun lalu
10 years back.
10 years back. Yang susah, kami uni student.
Oh, okay.
So
Uni
when we
students.
start uni
Okay.
students, so
How old are you now if you don't mind me asking?
35.
Okay.
I look like 25. Thank you. And during that time uni student, kami tak ada duit lah, tak ada idea je. So kami cuba idea itu.
Okay.
And we work with yang tukang masak yang pertama. We try her product and we say okay, boleh jual, boleh cuba. At first dia pun takut. Dia pun like, oh tak boleh lah, ini untuk keluarga makan saja, tak boleh jual untuk pelanggan. Then like, boleh, we encourage, and then we say okay, we try. So we sold our first meal to our university friends.
Okay.
And then from there, we feel that the idea can work. So we continue to experiment. But then we also participate yang program Magic.
Okay.
Dengan Magic, and then that's where also we met with My Harapan. And then from there we learn how to run a business. Yang program itu ada program itu ada yang ada apa? Dia ada finance, dia ada legality,
Okay.
dia ada business model.
Like a proper punya
like
setup
proper
lah kan.
Setup lah. So kami cuba. And then from there we learn how to overcome challenges. Yang mana challenges banyak lah. Challenges yang ada pelanggan yang tak, don't trust us. Ada yang ada people macam when we introduce our idea, mereka also like a bit like tidak ada keyakinan. So we're like okay, but we try and we keep trying. There's a lot of failure also. Macam maybe yang order yang tak sampai, atau
Ada juga.
ada
Okay.
atau makanan yang tak sedap.
Okay, okay.
Atau lupa letak utensils.
Oh,
Apa-apa pun
okay.
ada lah, right? So kami, when all these things happen, then
Yeah.
we think, okay, what to fix, how
Mhm.
to do better.
Mhm.
So that's why that's how we grow lah.
Mhm. Okay, before nama dia Picha Eats, the formula name dia apa?
Former the Picha Project.
Picha Project and then
Ah.
Picha Eats. So
Betul.
apa yang lead kepada the turning point tu?
Banyak orang
Yeah.
think that we are project.
Oh, okay.
So they don't think that we are a business. So we want people
Yeah. To see
view
you
us
guys, yeah.
as a business.
Okay.
Or else when they support one time, then they don't come again.
Mm.
Or like if makanan tak sedap, they don't feedback. So we want feedback.
Okay.
We want to improve. So we change to Picha Eats. Masa itu ada Uber Eats. So
Uber Eats.
very close to Picha Eats. But we told ourselves it's okay. We want a name that people can immediately think of food when they think about Picha Eats. So we just change.
Okay. So itulah sebab pertukaran nama tu. Kalau Discover Muay Thai tak ada memang
Tak,
10 years sampai sekarang
always
maintain je.
Yeah. Sama je.
Okay. At first waktu tu of course like you said ada challenges, orang tak trust, sometimes makan rasa tak best,
Yeah.
the food kan. Jadi apa yang membuatkan you and your team terus macam rasa it's okay despite any of all those challenges, kita terus je jalan ke depan. Apa yang membuatkan the niat tu terus jalan ke depan tu apa? Like maybe the support yang you dapat ke?
Faham. Support yang dapat ada, but mostly yang pelarian punya how to say, dia punya nyawa ada life changing. When you see their life starts like changing, then you feel like, okay, this is just a challenge, we can overcome. Let's try again. Then kami pun ada like perbincangan lah dengan like pelarian yang kami kerja dengan, right? Dia okay, kami bagi dia tahu makanan ini tak best, boleh tukar, boleh ada ingredients yang boleh enhance atau apa, right? So we have that conversation with them.
Okay.
So macam perkongsian macam ni lah.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we are not employer to them, but we
Yeah.
are a partner.
Okay.
So when we see their lives change, that is our motivasi.
Okay. So dah berapa ramai Picha Eats bantu?
Yang tukang
For 10 years.
For 10 years tukang masak macam 50 lebih. Tapi keluarga macam 200-300 lebih. So yang training sudah 100 lebih.
Okay. Wow. Kalau kita total up semua tu, I rasa ramai.
Ramai, of course.
Yeah.
Banyak live
Ya,
yang
tapi
sudah dibantu.
Hari ni bukan saja tukang masak, pun caterer. Caterer pun kami cari dari refugee community. So we train. Atau dia buat mixing, buat macam mana, mocktails.
Okay.
So kami train pun. So
Wow.
we train them in different segment now. Marketing, operation pun ada yang
Wow.
pelarian try to do.
Bagusnya. So bila dah di-train dan dia ada opportunity untuk dia buat sendiri dekat luar, untuk earn dia punya income sendiri, boleh ke macam tu?
Boleh pun, yes.
Memang ada yang buat ke?
Ada yang sudah train, dia
Okay.
pergi kerja dengan orang lain.
Wow.
Atau dia buat bisnes
Sendiri.
sendiri ya.
Wow, okay. Itu macam mana satu harapan diberikan kepada mereka yang memerlukan kan. Dan kawasan yang so far yang Picha Eats target sekarang dekat area mana saja?
KL,
Is it in
Selangor, 1 hour away from KL.
Okay.
Ada.
Ada sebarang plan di ke depan nanti untuk expand lebih lagi ke?
Ada, tapi mungkin is not makanan lah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe beverage.
Oh,
Because
okay.
catering a lot of logistics.
Yeah.
So nak expand ke state lain a bit like challenging lah.
Okay. Apa pun yang kita boleh dapat dekat sini lah kan. I guess macam apa yang both of you lalui at first, apa yang kita boleh dapat is always tengok on the positive side. You jangan tengok the rejection, tapi you tengok apa yang you dapat waktu tu kan. So itu antara semangat lah I think kan. The spirit yang kita nak bawa, yang perlu ada pada semua orang, especially untuk yang baru nak mula. Okay. So bila kita dah tahulah macam mana Picha Eats lalui pada waktu itu dan sebagainya. So mesti ada yang tak ada keraguan at first on both of you, yang ragu-ragu yang macam betul ke, boleh ke dan sebagainya. So apa lagi antara momen yang breakthrough, macam yang betul-betul yang hit you guys, yang macam okay, I kena buat benda ni, I kena prove benda ni. Kalau macam Imran kita dah tahu ada dia bila you tengok all those kids yang berjaya, macam mana you bentuk, so itu mungkin yang motivate. Kalau macam Picha Eats sendiri?
Ada satu yang turning point bila yang satu tukang masak dia pass away kerana I think cancer.
Okay.
I think hospital in KL or like Malaysia, dia tak bagi a lot of attention to refugee. So bila kami dia admit ke kecemasan, and then we saw him lying on the floor because no one wants to attend to him.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I think those kind of like sight, those when we see, we like, okay, the system needs to change lah. Right? We cannot like treat refugee as people that don't matter.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. So I think after like few minggu lepas, then dia tak boleh lah, dia tak boleh. So I on the way back from Bali, and then bila saya arrived, then I received the call and say that he will go in another few more hours. So I went there, I say my goodbyes, but at the same time we know dia macam kawan kami.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
We have worked together, we
like a
grow
family
together.
maybe. Yeah.
Right, and seeing one of like our family member pass away, it's like seeing, it's very heartbroken.
Yeah.
Right, so at that time we told ourselves we must continue the work that we do, because we need to make sure that they don't be treated that way in any other facility lagi, right? And as much as I want to change the hospital system or any system, I know that it is a long-term game. What we can do short-term is to make sure that they have some sort of income to overcome this. Dia nampak kami macam tak boleh bayar, so they just treat him like this. So even deposit yang itu, we have to arrive, dia baru admit dia, because dia tak percaya dia boleh bayar. Not very fair lah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I think those moments lah.
Sangat heartbreaking kita dengar ni, macam like ini something yang happen. This is true, terjadi in our own country. So macam sangat-sangat menyedihkan lah. So itu antara momen yang membuatkan you rasa macam okay, we need to do something kan untuk help mereka ini. Like kalau Imran dan juga Kim sendiri, like if you guys sekarang ni dah lalui for 10 years business ini, so apa yang you guys nampak sekarang ini compared to the last time, masa awal-awal dulu, masa you guys tubuhkan benda ni, how you guys see things differently now?
I think after so many years, kita lebih matured, I guess, but still we have so much to learn. Still at this point, sebab dunia pun berubah very fast. We need to adapt to the social media platforms, and then the use of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook marketing, and all those things. So we need to catch up really fast. Back then it was a bit different, walaupun it was just 10 years ago kan. It was different. So I think one of the things yang paling penting is for us to persevere, walaupun kita melalui pelbagai benda. Apa yang saya nampak ialah for this coming next 10 years, there will be more organizations out there yang ada that social awareness that would want to create impact. Sebab I think the world is changing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that right now the world is changing for good. You see banyak pollution, war going here and there.
Yeah.
You see poverty walaupun we don't see it in front of our eyes, but there are instances macam urban poverty is very strong right now. The economy pun memain peranan dengan kita punya pocket juga. So a lot of people are struggling with getting income and all those things. So what I see is organizations like Picha, DMT, or any other social enterprises must push and do more in the next 10 or 20 years, I guess. That's my thought.
Okay, so bila kita dah dengar pelbagai kisah tu, macam mana My Harapan influence semua turning points yang dilakukan oleh Picha Eats?
Yang pertama is funding lah, for
Okay.
sure. Yang when we started, it's all these organizations that believe in us kan. And I think number 2 is the ecosystem. Means like when we start off, we don't feel alone. We rasa ada yang comrade yang lain pun buat yang yang buat misi yang lain, tapi we feel like we are fighting for a better world. So I think that's where My Harapan comes in as a agent to that.
Okay, macam mana My Harapan bantu menyokong lah dan kalau Imran?
Right. I think I may sound sedikit tak nak cakap bias, tapi sebab saya daripada
My Harapan.
My Harapan, I'm one of the staff dekat sana.
Okay.
Back then I was under IMC, Integrated Marketing punya department. After 1.5 years, then I left to discover Muay Thai. But what I would say is the first thing is yes, the funding. They give us a seed fund at the start. That is really helpful. But how after all these years, people still call me Imran DMT ataupun Imran My Harapan. It's still that name, and because I'm a product, if I am a product, I would say macam contoh kita sebuah kereta. So saya memang di-manufactured kan from My Harapan, right? So the branding is there, the engine is made there, everything is made there. Year after year kan kita kena service kereta juga. So then jumpalah kawan-kawan My Harapan kita. Kalau ada accident, kereta kemek kena ketuk, alright, kena tukar minyak and things like that. So they come in as a mentor. So up until now, after more than 10 years, I guess, they still support our initiatives. They still travel with us. They go to our graduation. Sekarang dah batch yang ke-12.
Wow.
And I'm really thankful for that. So that's how our relationship has grown over the years.
Okay. So kalau one word, I boleh tanya Kim ataupun Imran. Just one word.
One word.
To describe Picha Eats.
Yeah. Resilient.
Resilient. Wow.
Bravery.
Bravery. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Go for war.
Tengok tangan dia lah. Show your hand ni.
No, a lot of bruise everywhere. I'm lucky that she's here to touch up everything. Our makeup artist.
Okay, so thank you so much Kim and also Imran untuk perkongsian hari ni. Seronok sangat untuk tahu macam mana you guys punya business ni memberi harapan dekat orang di luar sana. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
Alright. Okay, so saya kira itu saja perkongsian ataupun perbincangan bersama dengan tetamu kita hari ini, Kim as a co-founder of Picha Eats dan juga Imran selaku co-founder of Discover Muay Thai dan juga Nini as a co-founder of My Harapan. Kita nak bincang lagi lepas ni lebih banyak lagi. So stay tune untuk lebih banyak lagi info menarik.
Menerusi kisah-kisah ini, kami ingin mengangkat suara-suara yang telah menyumbang kepada perjalanan ini, menyemai harapan, menuai impak dan meneruskan legasi bersama.